Hey there, friends. How's it going? My name is Justin, and I certainly hope you've enjoyed your holidays. Please pardon my voice. I've been dealing with both a head cold and chest cold. Some days simultaneously, some days it's one, some days it's the other. It's very terrible. I hate this time of year because of this specific fact. I sound really funny. I know I sound funny because I sound funny to myself, and I know I'm already funny looking, so I don't need both of those things. Anyway, let's get into the video. I know I'm already late to the party here by talking about the goals and everything, kind of updating everything for the new year, obviously, because it's already the 15th of January. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to kind of just outline some things for 2019 here for you guys, my expectations of myself and what you should expect of me and what I'm hoping will end up happening from you guys this year. So we're going to be talking about some goals for 2019, talk about sub counts and all that nice jazz, views and so on and so forth. We're going to talk about the upload schedule. Yes, the upload schedule. Son of a bitch. Holy shit, it's been long enough without one. Yeah, it has. Anyway. The third thing I'd like to talk about is the quality of content. I'd rather quality over quantity, but I'd still like to be able to keep to that upload schedule, so I will try to do my best to kind of come up with fun and creative video ideas for you guys to go ahead and watch, and hopefully we can hit the goals and all that nice jazz. And then finally, I'll just kind of round out with some things that are going to be happening in 2019, some things that happened in 2018, the high points, the low points, the good, the bad, the whole 9 yards. So I split this up, I split the year up into 4 quarters, as you would for like finances and so on and so forth. And in case you're not exactly sure what I mean, every 3 months is a quarter. And I don't want to make it sound like you guys are dumb by explaining it that way, but some people just haven't heard of it. So I'd like to at least, get you guys on board here. So the first thing is quarter number 1, which is January through the very end of March. And I know I'm already behind the ball here. It's the 15th. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna get into that. Quarter number 1, January through March. That's where we're at. I'd like, at least as far as the subscriber count is concerned here on YouTube, because honestly, how many people can say they've had this channel, or have had a channel rather, for almost 6 years and have been trying to, be somewhat serious with it and only have 105, 104, 105, something like that, subscribers. Not like 100,000. No, just like 100, 104, 105. It's really not impressive. It's really, really not impressive. And I'm pretty embarrassed by that. But because people have been trying to give me advice, constructive criticism, tips and tricks and everything like that, and I'm somewhat thick-headed. I don't always listen. Even though I'm listening, I don't always have that follow-through with when somebody gives you a piece of advice, like, hey Justin, instead of wearing your hair that way, why don't you, just spike it up, and some days I might, some days I won't. It's just I don't know. I'm kind of stupid in that way. I'm very thick-headed. I'm very set in my ways. I'm trying as best I can to go outside of I'm trying my best to go outside of my comfort zone and try to experience new things, especially when it comes to YouTube. So I'd like to be able to round this first quarter off with at least 15 to 20,000 subscribers to be able to enable monetization and super chat for whenever I stream on YouTube Gaming, to be able to accept, all different kinds of donations and everything. I'd like at least maybe 100 followers on Twitch. That seems a little bit more reasonable. And I promise all these goals are just goals that I set for myself. These are achievements that I'd like to be able to hit. I'd like to be able to hit these marks and exceed them even. I'd like to be able to stream, I'll get into the upload and stream schedule here in a minute. I'll try to keep that out as best I can, but I'd like to, the one thing I did want to mention was when it comes to streaming and uploading, is I'd like at least once a week be able to stream and once a week be able to upload a video. If I end up doing it more often, hey, that's awesome, especially if we can hit our goals, a lot faster. I'd be able to do this as a full-time thing a lot faster, then hey, we'll definitely hit those goals, hit those more videos and more streams a week. I'd also like to be able to start getting some patrons over on Patreon. Okay, in case you guys are not aware, I do have a Patreon account, which you can find down below in the description. I'd like to at least be around the, I don't know, like $100 mark or so. The end game is to have at least $75,000 to $100,000 for the entire year. This way I'll be able to start using that money from Patreon to purchase a better webcam, even though this one's actually pretty nice. I like it. Better monitor or two. The thing that's kind of just off camera here, the potato computer, which just seems to be getting worse and worse by every day, but the different things, new microphone, better microphone arm, better pop filter, because this thing is definitely seen some better days, better desk, so on and so forth, be able to provide better and better quality as we go along. Now with quarter number 2, I'd also like to mention that I'm kind of doubling numbers just a little bit. I'm also adding some things in, taking some things away. So quarter number 2, which is from April through the end of June, I'd like to be at least 50,000 subscribers. That seems pretty modest still. I'd like to be able to start doing this as a part-time, where I'll be able to upload at least 2 or 3 times a week, and be able to stream at least once, I'd say 2 more times a week, to start really getting myself further and further out there. With Patreon, I'd like to also be around the $5,000 mark. Somewhere around there would be amazing, because at that point we'd be a little bit more of a serious financial standpoint, and I'd be able to really be able to buy a better computer. Quarter number 3, which is July through the end of September, my birthday month, I'd like to be at least 500,000 subscribers, and I'd like to be able to start doing things like charity streams. I'd like to be able to be at around, I'd say at least 5,000 to 10,000 followers on Twitch, and at least 1,000 to 2,000 more subscribers on Twitch as well. I'd like to be at least the $25,000 mark on Patreon, and maybe start doing some giveaways at that point, like serious giveaways, not just these, hey, I'm gonna say I'm doing a giveaway and I'm gonna get my friends in on it, and you think you're in the running for a $100 Amazon gift card or whatever, and in all reality there was never a card in the first place. No, I'm not doing that shit. I'm for real. I am very for real when it comes to giveaways. I would love to be able to the opportunity to give back to the community, and as a small thank you. Who knows? I don't know what else I could possibly do at that point. Maybe, God, a console or 2 or 3, 5. Who knows? I'd like to be able to be at least 90% of the way to full-time at that point. If it doesn't happen, that's not a big deal, but the numbers are definitely like something I would love to happen at that point in time. Which brings me to the last quarter, from October through the very end of December, rounding out towards New Year's Eve. This is the big one. This is the one that I would really want to see happen. This is the one that I'm really, really pushing for. So first and foremost, to be full-time here on YouTube and Twitch. To also have at least 1 million subscribers, if not 2 million subscribers. I'm pretty sure we can handle that. To have at least 50,000 followers on Twitch, and at least 30,000 subscribers on Twitch. And to round out the Patreon goal of at least that $75,000 to $100,000 for Patreon, because again, guys, I really want to do this as a full-time gig, and I can't do it without your support, without you guys sharing the videos and engaging with me. My buddy Andrew over at Super Jump Reviews. He's been doing this for just a little bit shorter than I have, and he has seen infinite more success than I have. He has roughly about 10,000 times the amount of subscribers that I have. No, I'm sorry, no, it's 1,000 times. 1,000 times the amount of subscribers that I have. And I mean, he's a really super chill dude. I'd love to be able to collaborate with him on some videos, to be featured on his channel, to have him featured on my channel. I think that would be incredible. Really super chill, down to earth dude. Loves Street Fighter, by the way. Just so you know. So if you're a Street Fighter fan, go check him out.
You win. Perfect.
I think these are very reasonable goals. I think these are something that we can definitely accomplish by these different deadlines, and it wouldn't be possible without this upload schedule, the scheduling here, as what I'm really calling it here. For the first few months at least, I'd like to be able to upload at least one video per week and at least do one stream per month. It seems like it's going to be a very slow start, but as we start to pick up more subscribers and more people engaging and more views and all that, I'll definitely be upping that 2, 3, 4 videos a week, at least a stream per week, if not 2. And then of course, as we get closer and closer to that full-time goal, it'll definitely be at least one video per day, at least one stream every few days or so, and we'll do certain things at that point in time. But I really want to stick to that specifically, because at least the one video per week and at least one stream per month, to kind of just start us off. I feel that is definitely a very comfortable number. I'm probably going to end up, I'm slightly indecisive whether it's going to be on a Tuesday or a Wednesday that I'll be uploading the video, but it'll always be at around 4 o'clock in the afternoon here on the East Coast. The streams might be somewhere around 8, 9 o'clock, give or take, either on a Monday or Tuesday. And I will definitely be updating on the streams when they do end up happening on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram as well. So in case you guys are not following me on any of those platforms, well, here you go. And I'd definitely love to see you guys go follow me on social media as well, because I post different things I don't normally do in videos, like just random selfies or pictures of my sister's baby shower. Yeah, that was interesting. Very interesting. It was very, very warm. A lot of people. I wasn't ready for that, but that's okay. As long as my sister's happy and the baby's healthy, we're good. We're good. Next thing I wanted to mention here was the quality of content. This is very brief. The quality of content is mostly going to be a nice 50-50 mixture between things like DayZ and Rust, gaming videos, and then vlogs, not only just from my perspective, but I'm trying to get my family on board as well. It seems like both my sisters are on board. I don't know, Katie, tell me if you're not okay with this, but I know my sister Stephanie was very excited at the thought of potentially being in some videos. My father is 100% on board with Callsign Wolf. Keeps telling me every time I see him, he's like, I'm ready to see some Callsign Wolf. Absolutely, Dad. Well, here you go. Here's your shout out. Wifey Pooh, Katrina, she's on board. I don't know about Kevin, to be honest, because Kevin's a very shy guy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he'd be okay with it, but some of the high points and low points of 2018. I got a tattoo. It's my first tattoo. It's actually a matching tattoo. I have one of the spies. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. I've got one of the spies here, and my wife, this is on my left arm. My wife has a green spy on her right arm. Now, the key difference between the two, other than the color, is that mine has a stick of dynamite, and hers has one of those like traditional like cartoon bombs, the ones like a cannonball with a fuse sticking out of it. A couple days prior to getting tattoos, we had gone on, originally it was supposed to be a 4-mile canoe trip. Then when we checked the website, it was a 6-mile canoe trip. When we got there, it was an 8-mile canoe trip. That hurt like hell. My legs were on fire from the knee all the way up halfway through the thighs. My forearms burned, my elbows burned, my shoulders burned. I mean, everything just hurt. Then the following day, we went and got tattoos for my wife's birthday. That was that was interesting, to say the least. Obviously, we moved into the new place back in, I think that was July, June. We moved into the new place. Yeah, it's a little messy here in the background. Not terrible, not like it usually is. But that does bring me into some of the low points of 2018. We had to put down our cat Flick. Flick was 11 years old. So we had to put down our cat of 11 years, Flick. He was my teddy bear. You know, he was an amazing cat. He really was. Didn't typically like men. You know, like whenever one of my friends would come over, or you know, any male, you know, would go to pet, he'd always give everybody one pet, and then he'd run away. Some of the low points also were, you know, the fact that we started the year off last year in an apartment that was approximately 400 square feet. You know, we desperately wanted to get out of there, but it seemed like, you know, no matter how hard we tried, we felt like we couldn't get out of there. And finally, when we got this new place, everything was alleviated. I also went from being on first shift, which actually wasn't all that bad. Part of the problem was trying to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to be there at 7 a.m. That was the tough part, because I love sleep, and I don't like going to bed at like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I like to go to bed at like, you know, 11 to, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around that time frame. Fortunately, when I got put on second shift, how do I put this? I started losing a lot of time for streaming and for videos, because now I'm on a different schedule. I don't get up early. I probably could get up early if I went to bed at a more decent time, but again, as I stated before, I love sleep. You know, so I try to spend as much time as I can with my wife, and you know, trying to just live life. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing. Anyway, but for 2019, I have big hopes. I've got big dreams. Really counting on you guys to help me out with these goals, and I promise I will definitely be giving back in return as much as I can, as often as I can. It's not going to be a daily thing, obviously, but you know, at least once we start getting really close to that full-time mark, you know, where I don't have to worry about, you know, I'm going to be able to afford, you know, bills and a computer. You know, I know it seems a little selfish, but at the same time, I know that I'm worth it, because I'm deep down, I'm an honest dude. You know, I'm a wholehearted person. You know, I don't want to see anybody, you know, go without. And I've had a very rough life. Not that that's an excuse, but I've had a very rough life. I'm not a professional gamer. I'm definitely not a professional speaker in any way, shape, or form. I'm trying my best to put myself out there, and I'm trying my best, my very best, mind you, to do this, not only for myself, but so that people can learn of my story, who can learn of me. So like I said, I've got big things planned for 2019. I will be continuing on some videos that I started in 2018, such as my military career. I might end up doing a couple more social media sellout videos. I'm trying to kind of hone them in a little bit more, but I don't want to beat you down with that, because there's already tons of commentary channels, and you know, people already, you know, spewing at the mouth with all kinds of, you know, good and bad things about people. But I would like to do that, because it was fun making that video. It did take a little bit of time, a little bit more effort than I'm used to, but I'd love to be able to continue on videos like that, you know, to have you guys be able to, you know, get to know me a little bit better, so that's why I can get to know you guys a little bit better. Yes, okay, when it comes to gaming videos, okay, let me just say this. When it comes to gaming videos, my PC, okay, I'm working with an NVIDIA, I think it's no, it's not even EVGA, it's a Gigabyte GT730, okay, and that fucker is shit. It was great 4 or 5 years ago when I bought it. Not to today's standards. Okay, so I like, this is the number one thing. I keep killing myself by going online and looking at computers that are like a million times better than this. So far, the most expensive configuration, where I know I'd still be good for another 2 or 3, 4 years from now, was like $14,000, almost $15,000, and I currently definitely can't justify spending that kind of money on a gaming computer. But I'm looking at something maybe around the $3,000 to $4,000 mark here in the near future. So eventually, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. So anyway, guys, that's all the time I have for this video. I hopefully have kept it under the 10-minute mark. If we went over a little bit, that's okay too. Like I said before, you know, I'm expecting big things, and I hope you're expecting big things. And I promise you, without a doubt, I may not always say exactly what I want to say, but I will try to do my best for you guys, the audience, the fans, my little cubs. No, I'm not gonna call you the Cubs. Hell no. Hell no. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. And I promise the next video will be a gaming video. In fact, I think it's going to be DayZ, if I remember correctly. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Take care. For oh god. I gotta remember to add that at the very end of the video. Holy shit, that was what the fuck, man. Christ.